What is up, everybody? Been a little while since I've posted a video. Took some time off work, did a little family vacation, and have just been a little busy since I got back. So I haven't been riding much. And when I have been riding, it's been like commute back and forth to work one day here or there, or doing some garage maintenance and things like that. So haven't been making any videos. And it's almost Thanksgiving, but despite it being coming up on the week of Thanksgiving, I do have something big planned for this upcoming weekend, and that will be another beta demo ride. So I did one of those a year ago, doing one again, same location. But looking forward to that. That'll bring a lot of content to the channel, and it'll be fun for me and hopefully fun for you. To the V-Strom. So I just did my first oil change on it. It's coming around on 11,000 miles. If you're new to the channel, 2011. I bought it with 10,400 miles, and we've got 11,000 miles on it now. So I've rode it 600 miles since I got it. And it is the bike I got to replace my DR650, which I loved, but unfortunately that bike is just not comfortable to up for more than about a half hour, given my size and my wife's size. So one thing I wanted to, I don't know if you'd call this a review video, but I'm going to go over some of the things I've learned about it in those 600 miles. And I've got a previous video where I take it out on some good stretches of dirt road and do a few creek crossings on it, which is what we're going to do here today on this dirt road as well. But one of the things I've noticed about it is just how stable the bike is off-road. So it's a heavy bike, there's no getting around it, and out of all the ADV bikes on the market, it's probably the most road-oriented, road-focused ADV bike. Now the newer DE, maybe not so much, but it's still pretty road-focused. But yeah, for something that's not, I mean, it's advertised more now as a little bit of an off-road bike than it was back when the Generation 1 was prevalent. But that being said, I mean, it's really the biggest downfall is the ground clearance is horrible. But I mean, as long as you're not trying to jump it over logs, it's not going to be a huge problem for just dirt road riding. And nobody's going to realistically be taking this thing on any kind of single track trails or anything too hardcore like that. But the weight is not bad on this bike. And I am on Anarchy 3 tires, which is, for those that don't know, a street tire. Like, it's not even trying to be an off-road tire. If they advertised it as a 90-10 ADV tire, dual sport tire, I'd be shocked if they advertised it as anything more than a 90-10. But yeah, the bike does surprisingly well off-road, and by off-road I just mean on dirt roads. And I think that's just because all the weight's down low. So it's pleasantly surprising off-road, and you can steer it with your feet pretty easily. So yeah, that's good. Now for shorter riders, you will probably want some bar risers. I've got just some straight up risers. They don't pull the, I've got tennis shoes on, so trying not to get my feet soaked, go slower across these water crossings. So I've got just Tuss 30mm risers, and if you have an ABS model like I do, then you've got to come up with a way to get some more slack in the brake cable. I just ended up unbolting the, I don't know what you'd call it, like the hub that's on the bottom of the front fork, where it, or bottom of the front triple tree mount, where the front brake cable can split off into two for the dual rotors. You've got to either move that over or get a longer brake cable, and so I just unbolted it, got the bars and everything where I liked it, and then made up a little bracket and got it shifted over to the right and up like a quarter to a half inch, and it bought all the slack I needed. Now, giving the bike the beans on the dirt road will bring up the next problem, and that is ABS. The ABS absolutely sucks, and there is no way to turn it off. So that's a problem I've yet to address. Those are the only negatives I have with the bike after, you know, these initial 600 miles and taking it on kind of a longer dirt road ride. I've done like an hour and a half, 2-up ride, all road, and no issues there, no issues to report from the pillion seat. So far, very happy with it. And like I said, the biggest downfall for it on any kind of off-road or even dirt road scenario is going to be the short ground clearance. And if you're shorter like me, 5'7", the reach to the handlebars is a bit long, and because the tank is so far back, there's really like sliding forward's not an option or anything. So bar risers either up or up a little bit and back a little bit, something like that. And these are a Tusk ATV Sport bend bar, which I was hoping was going to be taller, but it wasn't. It's pretty much the same height as the stock bar. It just doesn't have as much pullback. And that pullback, although is fairly comfortable if you've got shorter arms, it's just not great when you're standing to have your hands bent like this. So I wanted something with a little straighter
you suck!
bend in it. So yeah, I wanted something with a little straighter bend in it, and so that's why I went with that. Wind protection's great, fuel economy's great. I'm reporting, 53 to 55 pretty consistently. Gearing is decent. I honestly think it could be geared a fuzz taller. It would fix the error in the speedo, and along with fixing the error in the speedo, just increase mile per gallons. And off-road, I don't think it'll hurt you much because you're not really doing any kind of hardcore off-road. At least I'm not. It's mostly going to be dirt roads and maybe the occasional 2-track. And I don't know what we got going on up here, but I'm getting headlights flashed at me. So anyway, not really much of a review video, just kind of some initial thoughts after having put a few more miles on the bike. Servicing the bike, oil and oil filter was relatively easy. Running SuperTech 1040, it's the first time ever using SuperTech. I usually always run Mobile 1 Racing 4T, but I was at Walmart, it was a lot cheaper, so I figured I'd give it a try. And that's about all I got for this one. If you got any questions about the bike, let me know. I'd love to try to help answer them. And don't really plan on doing anything else to the bike other than riding it, with the exception of getting some more off-road or Deal Sport focused tires for it, ADV type tires. I'm probably going to go with Shinko 705, so nothing crazy aggressive, but more aggressive than these Anarchy 3s. And I've ran them on a KLR and was happy with how they performed on dirt roads, and pretty much handled great everywhere except for mud. And I don't envision myself doing too many mud bogs on this thing. So with all of that in mind, I think it's going to be a great bike, and pretty excited to have it in the garage and to get some more seat time on it. It's proven to be a great commuter for me with all the luggage it has on it, top case and side bags, and they're all quick detach for when I want to go get a little spirited down a dirt road or something. So expect more videos to come. I took, like I said, a short hiatus, a little vacation, but I am back from that and excited and rejuvenated to start bringing y'all some more content starting next weekend. I'll be dropping the beta demo day videos unless something happens that causes us to miss the beta demo ride. But I can't think of anything that'll pop up, so hopefully nothing does, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.